Dear students, St. Sebastian Pure College welcomes you back. Continuing with relations and functions. Today, let us study about functions. In the last class, we have studied about relations. What are relations? Relations are subsets of Cartesian product. What is Cartesian product? Cartesian product is the set of all ordered pairs in which the first element is taken from the first set and second element is taken from the second set. And if you give a certain relationship between the elements, that becomes a relation. For example, set of all xy such that x is less than y means you have to write all the ordered pairs from the given set such that in which the first element should be less than b. Such Cartesian products are known as relations. Now, let us study about functions. What is a function? A relation f from set A to a set B is said to be a function if every element of set A has one and only one image in the set B. In other words, a function f is a relation from non-empty set A to a non-empty set B such that the domain of f is A and no two distinct ordered pairs of f have the same first element. Means each element of the domain A must be the pre-images. Means all the elements of the set A has images and it should have only one image, no more than one image. Such relations are called functions. If you are writing in ordered pairs, the first set of all first elements, listen carefully, set of all first elements should be the first set A and the first elements should not be repeated. All elements should come only once as first element from the set A. Such relations are called functions. For example, observe the example there. The first example, see the arrow diagram. In that, all the elements of A, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, have images and only one image, not more than one. See, 1 has the image x, 2 has the image y, 3 has the image A and 4 has the image B. So, the elements don't have two images and all the elements have images, so that relation is a function. Next, see the second example. In that also, see the first condition. All the elements have images. See 1, 2 and 3. All the three elements have images and they have only one image. See 1 has the image x, 2 has the image y, 3 has the image y again. If you are writing it as ordered pairs, it becomes 1x, 2y, 3y. See there? 1, 2, 3, all the elements have come there and 1, 2, 3 are written only once. Now come to the third example there. First set is A, B, C, D, E. Second set is 1, 2, 3. In that, A, B, C, the elements A, B, C have images, but D and E do not have any image. So that it is not a function. It is not a function because D and E do not have any image. Next, the example 4. In that, the first set is 1, 2, 3. Second set is A, B, C, D. Do you think it is a function? No, because see the images there. Okay, all the elements have images because 1, 2, 3. All the 3 elements have images there, but in that one has 2 images. One has 2 images, A and B. So that it is not a function. If you are writing it as ordered pairs, what will you get? 1A, 1B, 2C, 3D. See, 1 is repeated twice there, so that it is not a function. Next, examples. N be the set of all natural numbers and the relation R be defined such that R is equal to set of all x, y such that y is equal to 2x, x, y belongs to N. What is the domain and range of R? Is this a function? Okay. See, let us represent this function as arrow diagram so that it will be clear. See the right side arrow diagram there. What is that? In that x and y, the sets A and B, are the natural numbers. Now the relation is defined from natural numbers to natural numbers. So both the sets are natural numbers and the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on up to infinity in both the sets. How the relation is defined there? The relation defined as y is equal to 2x. Y is equal to 2x. Remember, x is taken from the first set and y is taken from the second set. So if you take x as 1, then y becomes 2. So 1 should be mapped to 2 there. 1 mapped to 2. If you take x as 2, what is y? It is 4. So 2 is mapped to, image of 2 is 4. If you take x as 3, what is y? It is 6. So 2 is mapped to 6 and so on. So what is the domain? What is domain of the relation? In the last class you have studied what is domain? Domain is the set of all first elements of a relation. Set of all first elements of a domain of the relation. What is range? Range is a set of all second elements of the relation. Set of all second elements of the relation. And what is codomain? Codomain is a whole set B, means the second set. Okay, now let us write the domain and range of the function. Domain, codomain and range of the function. What is domain? The set of all first elements. So all the elements have images there. 1 is mapped to 2, 2 is 4, 4 to 3 to 6, 4 to 8 and so on. So the domain is all elements of the first set, means the set of all natural numbers. Similarly, what is codomain? All second elements, obviously it is also natural numbers. Next, what is the range? In that, range is Range is only the even numbers, because odd numbers are not the images of the relation, because the relation is defined as y is equal to 2x. So the range becomes 2, 4, 6 and so on, all the even numbers. Now think about the function. Is it a function? Is it a function? What it should be? All the elements should have images. Do you think all the elements have images there? See, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to infinity. Do they have images? Yes, all the elements have images, because see there, if you take 1, it maps to 2. If you take 2, 2 to 4, 3 to 6, 4 to 8, 5 to 10 and so on. So all the elements have images. Then, do they have 2 or more images, the elements? For example, take an element 5. Can it have 2 elements under the relation defined? Y is equal to 2x. 2 into 5, is it other than 10? No. So, it is a function. If you are writing it as ordered pair, what will you get? 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8 and so on. So, the first element is not repeated, as well as the first element is written only once, so that it is a function. Now, moving on to next question. Examine each of the following relationships given below are functions or not. Students, it is left to you. Just go through the notes, think about it. If you have doubts, you can ask me. Next important topic is types of functions. Types of functions. You will get 1 5-mark question on this. First, let us see about the identity function. What is identity function? A relation R is said to be an identity function on real numbers if y is equal to x. Y is equal to x. For each x belongs to R. Such functions are called identity functions. For example, the relation should be defined from the set R to R. If you see the column given there, you know how to draw the graph of the functions you have studied earlier. Now the function is y is equal to x. Now the function is y is equal to x or x is equal to y. So how to take up? Same, y is equal to x means if you give x is equal to 1, y becomes 1. If you give x is equal to 2, y becomes 2. Similarly, the negative values. And mark the points on the graph. Now, observe the values given on the table. It is marked as 1, 1. So 1 here, 1 here. So this will be the point 1, 1. Next 2, 2. x2, y also 2. This will be the point. Next minus 2, minus 2. X will be minus 2 and y is also minus 2 somewhere here. Next 0, 0. 0, 0 will be this point, the origin, and the point minus 1 minus 1. X minus 1, y is also minus 1. So this will be the point. So now let us join all these points. What will you get? You'll get a straight line like this. This is the graph of the identity function. So graph is a straight line passing through the origin. What is its domain? Domain means set of all first elements. See there, set of all values in the x-axis. So all the graph is covered all the values of x, means the domain is the set of real numbers. And what is the range? In y-axis also the graph covered all the real numbers, so the range is also the real number. So domain and range are set of all real numbers. Next, second type is constant function. Constant function. What is a constant function? The definition is like this. Define the function f from r to r, means the set of all real numbers to real numbers, by f of x is equal to c, or y is equal to f of x is equal to c. X belongs to r, means x is any real number and c is any constant. So if y gives any constant, see for example y always takes value 2, or y always take value 3, or y takes 100, or any constant value. So x may be anything. You can give x belongs to r, means x may be any real number, whether it is fraction or a whole number or anything. So see there, here for example is taken as the constant as 2. So if you mark the points like earlier graph, what will you get? You will get the points as 1, 2, 2, 2, minus 2, 2, minus 1, 2, 0, 2, and you can give many more values like that. So if you mark the point and join, you will get a horizontal line, means the line which is parallel to x-axis, which is the graph of the constant function, a line parallel to x-axis or a horizontal line. And you need not take the values same as in the example. You may take any values. For x also you may give different values. You can give any real numbers. It may change according to you. But y value you can change the y value, but it should be same for all the values of x, constant function. So you will get a horizontal line. And what is the range and domain of this function? Domain, see the x values. What are x values? As I said, you can give any real number. So it is the set of real numbers. So what is the domain? Domain is nothing but the set of real numbers. What is the range? Range of the function. Range of the function, see there, y value. Y value will not change at all. It is always constant. Always the constant. Whatever you give to either 2 or 5 or 3 or 100 or something. Whatever it is. So it is the constant c. In this particular example, it is 2. Next comes the polynomial function. Polynomial function. What is a polynomial? Polynomial, as you know, as you studied earlier, it is the function like, or it is expression like a0 x to the power n plus a0 x to the power n minus 1, a2 x to the power n minus 1, and so on. For example, polynomials are x square plus 2x plus 5, x to the power 3 plus 1, x plus 1, all these are polynomials. Here, we cannot draw the graph of the general polynomial, but let us take example of a polynomial f of x is equal to x square. F of x is equal to x square. Similarly, you give the values to x. That gives you, if you give x, y is equal to x square. If you give x is equal to 1, y is square of that, 1 square is 1. If you give x is equal to 2, y is square of that, it is 4. If you give x is equal to minus 2, again square of that, it is 4, and so on. And if you plot the graph, you will get a parabola as shown in the figure. Students, you try to plot the graph yourselves and write its domain and range. What is its domain? See the values of x. What is it? All x values, all real numbers, and y values, what are the values of y? Positive real numbers. Why positive real numbers? Non-negative real numbers. Why non-negative real numbers? Square of a number. Can you get a negative square? Square of a number, is it possible to be a negative number? No, it is not possible. So that always positive and including 0, so that we can write the range of that function as non-negative real number. Next, graph of x cube. Just observe, students. Next comes important modulus function. Modulus function. What is a modulus function? A function f from R to R is defined as f of x is equal to modulus of x. F of x is equal to modulus of x. What is this modulus of x? Modulus of x means x takes always a positive number. See, modulus of 5 is 5. Modulus of minus 5 is also 5. Listen carefully. Modulus of x means it is always positive. If you give example, modulus of 10 is 10. Modulus of minus 10 is also 10. Means modulus function gives you always a positive number. Modulus function gives you always a positive number. See, if you plot the graph, or if you write the function before that, if you write the function in other words, what will you get? Set of all f of x is such that set of all x equal to, it is x if x less than, if x greater than or equal to 0. It is minus x if f is less than 0. So means if you write modulus of 5 means it may be plus 5 or it may be minus 5. Why? Because modulus of minus 5 is also 5. So if you write modulus of 5, if you take off the modulus, it becomes plus or minus 5. 0 is always 0 anyway. So modulus of 0 is 0. That is why if x greater than or equal to 0, then modulus of x is plus x. If x is less than 0 means a negative number, then modulus of x is minus x because of that negativity. So if you draw the graph, give the values. If you give y is modulus of x means always positive. If x is minus 2, modulus of x is 2. If you give x is equal to 3, modulus of x is 3, always positive. So give values and draw the graph. You will get a graph shaped like V as shown in the figure. And if you write the domain and range of the function, What is domain? What are the values can be given to x? All real numbers. See, x values, x graph is there on both the sides of the y-axis, means x may take any value. See the graph and observe the values of y. You do not have any graph or any part of the graph below the x-axis, means y do not take negative values. Y do not take negative values. It is not there in the negative side of y-axis. Graph is not there in the negative side of y-axis, but it meets the origin. The graph meets the origin. So what is its range? Range, the set of all non-negative real numbers. Set of all non-negative real numbers. Next important function is signum function. Signum function. Signum function is defined as the function f from r to r such that f of x is equal to 1 for x greater than 0, means if x is positive then it takes value 1. F of x is equal to 0 if x is equal to 0, and f of x is equal to minus 1 if x less than 0. Means if x less than 0 means if x is a negative number then it takes minus 1, and if x greater than 0 it takes 1, and it is 0 when x is equal to 0. This function is called a signum function. Okay. If you give any value, see the table there. If you give any value to x, you can give any value to x. Either it is positive or negative or 0. See there. But the values of y will be always minus 1, 0 or 1. If x is positive, then y is 1. If x is 0, y is also 0. If x is negative, then y is minus 1. And if you plot the graph, you will get the shape of the graph as shown in the figure. Just see there. And what is its domain and range? Values of x. What values can be given? Or see the graph. The graph is plotted on either side of y-axis. That means it may take any value of x, means the domain of the function is the set of all real numbers. And what is its range? What is its range? Range is, see the values of y, only 1, minus 1 and 0. So range is 0, 1 and minus 1, or minus 1, 0 and 1. Next comes greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. Greatest integer function is defined as set of all the function from r to r such that f of x is equal to x. F of x is equal to, see there, it should be the square bracket x. Square bracket x, it should be the square bracket x, such that x belongs to r assumes the values of the greatest integer less than or equal to x. Integers less than or equal to x. See the examples there. Examples given there. If it is 2.5, greatest integer integral value in 2.5 is 2, which is less than or equal to x. Here x is 2.5. The greatest integer less than 2.5 is 2. Next example, 6.8. In 6.8, greatest integer less than 6.8 is 6. Next is 1.9. Greatest integer less than 1.9 is 1. Minus 1.5. The greatest integer less than minus 1.5 is minus 2. It is not minus 1, it is minus 2, and so on. the greatest integer function. Say from 0 to 1, for example, 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.5 and so on up to 0.9999, it takes the value 1. Y value 0. So the graph at 0 also it is 0. So it takes value, this value 0. So this. But at 1 it jumps and it takes at 1 it will not take the value 1, so open bubble, and it jumps up and at 1 it takes value 1. Next 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 and so on up to 1.999, it takes the value 1, so the graph becomes like this till 1. But at 2 it takes value 2. It takes the value 2. Till 2.9999, it takes the value 2, and at 3, it jumps up. It takes the value 3, and here one open bubble, and here also same thing here. On negative side, come to negative side. If it is minus 0.1, minus 0.2 up to minus 0.99, it takes the value minus 1. At 0 it is 0, so at 0 it is not minus 1. At 0 it is not minus 1, and less than 0 it takes the value minus 1 like this. At minus 1 again it jumps. At minus 1 it becomes minus 1. At minus 1 it becomes minus 1. Till minus 1 it is minus 1. At minus 1 point something it jumps again, it takes value like this up to minus 2. At minus 2 it takes the value minus 2. At minus 2.0001 it takes the value minus 2 and so on. So the graph will be like this. I hope you understood. Now let us see domain and range of certain functions. See the first example there. Find the domain and range of the function 1 minus modulus of x. It's named as b there. 1 minus modulus of x. See there it is a modulus function. So the domain is the real numbers, range is non-negative real numbers. Why? Because domain means the values of x, so that the relation becomes a function. So if you give any real number, that real number has image in the set of real numbers, so that the domain is set of real numbers. And range is the set of all values of y, means the second one for which the relation becomes function. If you give real numbers, modulus function, as it is modulus function, it's always positive or 0. So the range is set of non-negative real numbers. Next, second example. F of x is equal to square root of 9 minus x square. Square root of 9. It should be 9. Square root of 9 minus x square. If you 9 minus x square, if you give values to x, when it becomes a function, if you give the values less than 3 and greater than minus 3, clearly the relation becomes a function. For example, if you give x is equal to 2, it is 9 minus 2 square 4. 9 minus 2 square is 4. So 9 minus 4 is 5. Square root of 5 is a real number. So you can give that. Suppose if you give the value which is more than 3. For example, 10. If you give x is equal to 10, then the relation becomes square root of 9 minus 10 square. X square is equal to 10. Sorry, x is equal to 10. X square is 10 square, 100. So 9 minus 100. 9 minus 100 is square root of minus 91. It is not a real number. It is square root of a negative number is not a real number, so that it is not a function. Similarly, if you give the values which are less than minus 3, then also you will get square root of negative number, so that it is not a function. So you can give values only more than minus 3 and less than 3 to become a function, so that the domain of the function is the closed interval minus 3 or x should lie between minus 3 and plus 3. And range, if you give those values to x, if you give the values in between minus 3 and plus 3, what are the values of y? You cannot get a negative number because it is square. If you give x is equal to minus 2, x is equal to minus 2 square 4, so it is again 9 minus 4, it is plus. Square root of minus pi is a positive number, so the value of y, you can give many values and observe, and values of y lies between 0 and 3. You cannot get more than 3, because once if you give 0, the value becomes square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3, and if you give the value 3, it becomes 9 minus 3 square, again 9. 9 minus 9 becomes 0, so that the minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 3. Similarly, the next function, f of x is equal to square root of 1 minus x. Square root of x minus 1. You find the domain and range. Next function is f of x is equal to x square plus 2x plus 1 divided by x square minus 8x plus 2. See, this is a rational function. This is called a rational function. We have a numerator and denominator. In this, you should not get a zero denominator. So just observe when the function x square minus 8x plus 2 becomes 0. You know how to solve quadratic equations, and roots of that quadratic equations are 2 and 6 as you solve. So you cannot give the value 2 and 6. So observe, students, the domain of the function is, it's not mentioned there, kindly note down. Domain of the function is r minus, r is capital R, rational numbers, r minus set to 6, r minus to 6. Similarly, the other functions, just go through that, you can understand if you understood this. Otherwise, you can ask me personally. Next is algebra of real functions. Algebra of real functions means how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, how to divide real functions. Suppose f and g are two real functions, then it is very simple. F plus g of x is f of x plus g of x. Means we are adding the function as it is. Similarly, multiplication, subtraction, multiplying by a scalar, multiplication by a scalar, and quotient. Just go through that, go through the examples, then it will be very clear. It is simple, very simple. It will be very clear to you. Thank you, students.